Hello everyone, and welcome to Earth Archives. Today, we're going to take you on a journey back in time to 1930, to see how an ordinary farm boy changed humanity's understanding of the universe with a telescope he made himself.
That's right. He is Clyde Tombaugh. This astronomer's name may not be as familiar as Pluto, but his story is far more fascinating and inspiring than we might imagine. As one of the greatest astronomical discoverers of the 20th century, Tombaugh rewrote humanity's knowledge of the solar system through perseverance and intelligence.
Where was he born?
Tombaugh was born in 1906 on a quiet farm in Illinois, USA. Imagine a little boy running through vast cornfields, feeling the breath of the land and the rhythm of nature. At night, lying on soft grass, gazing up at the endless starry sky, where the twinkling stars lit up his childhood like dreams. This environment nurtured Tombaugh's boundless curiosity and love for the universe. Coming from a rural background, he had no formal education in astronomy. Everything was driven by his own hard work and passion for the stars. Starting with a homemade telescope, Tombaugh continuously explored how to observe celestial bodies, using his eyes and heart to record the secrets of the vast cosmos. The night sky became his best teacher and friend. Countless observations and reflections laid a solid foundation for his great discoveries to come.
That sounds really romantic, but also quite lonely, right?
Clyde Tombaugh's childhood was indeed filled with loneliness, yet marked by unwavering pursuit. Living on a farm, with no friends to share the mysteries of the stars, he could only carefully record his nighttime observations in notebooks. This solitude did not make him give up. Instead, it fueled his deeper passion and persistence. Tombaugh taught himself astronomy theory, even challenging complex Lagrange point formulas, drawing star charts, and simulating planetary orbits. His curiosity and thirst for knowledge drove him to help with farm chores during the day, and at night, despite the cold and numb hands, he persisted under dim light, painstakingly sketching the starry sky. Every star chart he made was filled with his awe and longing for the universe.
It's really admirable that he had such a scientific passion even as a child.
Clyde Tombaugh's teenage years were a decade-long self-learning experiment. His parents did not discourage his interest. Instead, they fully supported him. Growing up on a farm with no expert guidance or professional equipment, he relied solely on his love for the stars and boundless curiosity to continue studying astronomy and optics. His parents encouraged him to borrow all kinds of astronomy books from the library, which became his treasure trove for exploring the universe. While helping with farm work, he used his free time to read theory and attempt to make simple telescopes by himself. This spirit of self-directed learning allowed him to gradually master basic optics and independently conduct observations and record findings.
How exactly did Tombaugh make his own telescope?
Clyde Tombaugh's journey in astronomy began with a simple glass disc. He taught himself optics and handcrafted the telescope lenses, a process that was both complex and tested his patience. Tombaugh started by buying ordinary glass discs without any precision equipment, relying entirely on his hands and simple tools. He slowly ground the lens surface with coarse sand, a crucial step that required precise control of the curvature to achieve the desired focal length. Then, he switched to finer grit to carefully polish the lens until its surface was smooth and flawless, minimizing light refraction errors. After completing each stage, he repeatedly tested the lens's focal length and aberrations to ensure the observations would be clear enough.
That sounds like an artisanal craft.
Not only did Clyde Tombaugh grind the lenses himself, but he also designed and built the telescope mount to ensure the telescope could stably track celestial objects during observations. This process was equally challenging. Every part needed precise measurement, cutting, and assembly, and he even polished the screws by hand to achieve the highest accuracy and durability. Back then, most telescope mounts were bulky and unstable, often unable to accurately follow fast-moving stars or planets. With his deep understanding of mechanical structures, Tombaugh designed a mount system that was both nimble and sturdy, greatly improving observation efficiency and accuracy. His homemade telescope mount not only solved stability issues, but also allowed easy angle adjustments, enabling him to quickly locate targets at different times and directions. This was crucial for tracking planetary orbits, especially for faint and elusive objects like Pluto.
Such a precise instrument, observing at night must have been really tough.
Imagine those bone-chilling winter nights, with a biting cold wind constantly blowing. Tombaugh gripped the icy metal mount tightly, his breath condensing into mist in the air. Undeterred by the harsh cold, he patiently adjusted the telescope's angle, ready to capture the faintest glimmers in the universe. Every time he pressed the shutter, it was backed by tens of minutes of waiting and vigilance, because astronomical photography required long exposure times to record the faint light from distant celestial bodies. It was a lonely yet passionate job. Tombaugh deeply understood that behind every photographic plate lay secrets of the cosmos, possibly new worlds never seen by humanity before. To capture these secrets, he was willing to endure numb fingers, difficulty breathing, and the solitude and exhaustion of late nights. This perseverance and patience were key to his greatness as an astronomer.
Was the astronomical community already suspicious that there might be undiscovered planets back then?
Before Clyde Tombaugh, astronomers had already noticed subtle irregularities in the orbits of Uranus and Neptune. These anomalies couldn't be explained by the gravitational forces of known celestial bodies, leading scientists to speculate that beyond Neptune, there might be an unknown planet, commonly called Planet X. This hypothesis sparked intense interest in the astronomy world, as it challenged the existing understanding of the solar system and triggered a grand astronomical adventure to find the new planet. The existence of Planet X wasn't baseless. It was derived from precise mathematical calculations and celestial mechanics. Scientists used the slight deviations in Uranus and Neptune's orbits to backtrack the possible location and mass range of the unknown body. However, with the telescope technology of the time being limited, searching the vast starry sky for this mysterious planet was like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Was everyone searching for it?
Before Clyde Tombaugh discovered Pluto, the search for Planet X was a long and extremely tedious process. At that time, observatories didn't have modern digital imaging technology. All observations relied on traditional photographic plates, hand-drawn star charts, and a blink comparator. This equipment required observers to place two star field photographs taken at different times into the blink comparator, rapidly alternating between them with the naked eye to spot tiny shifts in the star's positions and determine whether an object had moved. This process was not only time-consuming, but also severely tested the observer's patience and concentration. Every day, the observers at the observatory faced massive amounts of data from thousands of stars, repeatedly comparing and checking. Any small mistake could mean missing the mysterious Planet X. Coupled with the long hours in darkness and the bitter cold, the observers endured immense psychological pressure and physical exhaustion.
So Tombaugh joining the Lowell Observatory happened against this backdrop?
Yes. In 1929, Clyde Tombaugh was hired as an assistant at the observatory due to his outstanding star charting skills and excellent homemade telescope craftsmanship, officially beginning his long journey to find Pluto. The observational conditions were extremely difficult. Without modern digital imaging or automated instruments, Tombaugh had to manually operate the telescope and repeatedly examine photographic plates to detect minute changes in the night sky. This was not only a demanding technical challenge, but also a tremendous test of patience and perseverance.
The observation process sounds monotonous, but I'd like to hear more details.
Clyde Tombaugh's journey to discover Pluto was an ultimate test of patience and meticulousness. Every night, he carefully selected a patch of sky, making sure to avoid the bright light of the moon and to observe only when the sky was clear and cloudless, conditions essential to capturing the clearest star images. These details may seem ordinary, but were key to success, because even a little mist or light pollution could cause faint celestial objects to disappear into the background. Tombaugh would first adjust the telescope to the most precise focus and securely fix the telescope to prevent any vibrations or shaking during exposure. Then he began long-exposure photography, with each photographic plate exposed for 30 minutes to an hour. Such long exposures allowed him to capture faint light and details invisible to the naked eye. This complex process not only tested the stability of the equipment, but also required him to carefully manage every step to ensure each plate contained high-quality astronomical data.
And then?
The discovery process was filled with patient and detailed comparisons. After each night's observations, Tombaugh would develop each photographic plate and begin the even more demanding task of comparison. Using an instrument called a blink comparator, he alternated rapidly between two plates taken at different times. Through this blinking effect, any light spots that changed position between the two images would visibly jump, serving as crucial clues to moving celestial bodies. Although the human eye is very sensitive to such blinking changes, long periods of concentrated comparison quickly cause visual fatigue. Tombaugh had to compare as many as 50 plates each night, each containing thousands of stars and other objects. This meant he had to identify those tiny but crucial moving signals among a vast sea of stars. This work required not only exceptional patience, but also sharp focus and careful observation skills.
Just imagining it makes me tired.
Clyde Tombaugh's discovery of Pluto showcased a scientist's incredible patience and perseverance. Every night in the dark observatory, he meticulously compared dozens of photographic plates, carefully marking every potentially moving star. This work was far from a one-time effort. Each suspicious target had to be cross-checked 3 to 4 times to ensure no mistakes. This extreme attention to detail tested his eyesight and willpower and sharpened his sensitivity to subtle differences. Tombaugh knew that even the smallest error could let an important discovery slip through his fingers. So, day after day, night after night, he worked tirelessly without ever giving up.
Did his star charts get preserved?
Clyde Tombaugh's scientific spirit was reflected in his extreme dedication to details. Every night after observing, he didn't just organize the photographic plates. He carefully recorded various observational data on the star charts with a pencil. Observation date, exposure time, temperature, and cloud cover at the time, even the telescope's focal length and plate number. The precision of these details was astonishing. These seemingly tedious records became the crucial reference for his later analysis and comparisons. In an era without digital tools, every handwritten observation note was invaluable. Tombaugh understood that only rigorous record-keeping could ensure the reliability of his data, laying a solid foundation for his discovery. This rigorous scientific attitude enabled him to find that tiny moving celestial body, Pluto, amid the vast sea of stars.
It looks as delicate as a work of art.
Clyde Tombaugh's great discovery was built upon an extreme attention to detail. Amid the vast sea of stars, each star is just a tiny point of light, yet Tombaugh, with extraordinary focus, keenly spotted that faintly moving dot. This seemingly insignificant flicker carried countless lonely and long nights behind it. Every comparison of plates, every blink through the comparator, was an endless exploration and persistence toward the unknown world. In an era without advanced instruments or digital technology, Tombaugh relied solely on his eyes and his homemade telescope, patiently observing subtle changes among thousands of stars again and again. He carefully recorded the exposure time, weather conditions, and telescope focal length for each plate to ensure each comparison was as precise as possible. It was this rigorous scientific attitude that ultimately led him to discover the new planet known as Pluto.
The naming of Pluto sounds interesting too.
The story behind Pluto's name is full of whimsy and mystery. This distant dwarf planet was ultimately named by an 11-year-old girl named Venetia Burney. At the time, the astronomy community had just discovered this cold, dark new object at the edge of the solar system and urgently needed a name that was both fitting and symbolic. Venetia, who had a strong interest in classical mythology, thought of Pluto, the Roman god of the underworld. The name not only symbolized Pluto's cold and mysterious nature, but also reflected its position far from the sun, hidden at the dark boundary. More importantly, the name Pluto was short, catchy, and easy to remember and spread, perfectly matching the newly discovered celestial body. This suggestion quickly gained acceptance in the scientific community and became the official name. What did Tombaugh himself think? Clyde Tombaugh was known for his humility and focus. The astronomer who discovered Pluto never thought of himself as anything more than a faithful observer of the universe. He saw his mission as recording the changes in the night sky, not as a hero or great explorer. For him, the greatest honor wasn't fame, but witnessing firsthand the gradual unveiling of the mysteries of the cosmos.
What did the New Horizons mission do for Pluto in 2006?
The New Horizons spacecraft, after more than 9 years and a journey spanning over 5 billion kilometers, finally reached the distant and mysterious Pluto. This magnificent space voyage was not only a major milestone in humanity's exploration of the solar system's edge, but also brought unprecedented high-resolution images, allowing us to glimpse the astounding features of this small planet. From the images captured by New Horizons, scientists discovered that Pluto's surface is covered with ice mountains and glaciers, resembling a distant frozen world. Majestic mountain ranges rise from the cold plains, proving that Pluto has active geological processes. Even more astonishingly, New Horizons detected a thin atmosphere around Pluto. Though sparse, it exists, showing that this icy world is not entirely lifeless.
So Tombaugh's discovery and the New Horizons mission complement each other.
Clyde Tombaugh, with his keen eyes and patient comparison of photographic plates, was the first to discover Pluto, this mysterious distant planet, opening a new chapter in humanity's exploration of the solar system's edge. Nearly a century later, the New Horizons spacecraft used the most advanced technology to travel over 5 billion kilometers and vividly reveal Pluto's true face to the world. What was once a tiny, faint point of light in the dark sky became lifelike, showing ice mountains, glaciers, mountain ranges, and a thin atmosphere in detail, unveiling the dwarf planet's hidden vitality and charm.
How did Tombaugh's later years go?
Clyde Tombaugh is not only remembered for discovering Pluto, but also for dedicating his later years to astronomy education. He devoted himself to guiding young scholars, passing on observing skills and the spirit of scientific inquiry. He understood that true scientific exploration is not only about discovering new things, but also about nurturing the passion and perseverance of future generations in their pursuit of the unknown. Tombaugh's life exemplified the power of persistence and focus, inspiring countless others through his story. Even after Pluto was reclassified as a dwarf planet in 2006, Tombaugh's legacy remained unshakable. He was the one who, with a homemade telescope, found a tiny moving point of light in the vast starry sea, a devoted explorer who unveiled the mysteries of the universe through careful observation and patient comparison. His spirit has long transcended astronomy and become an eternal beacon for all dreamers.
His story really fills people with courage.
Gazing at the stars is one of humanity's oldest dreams, and Clyde Tombaugh's story is the truest reflection of that dream. Everyone who loves the night sky can see a glimmer of hope in Tombaugh. With focus, patience, and endless curiosity, he showed us that the key to exploring the universe is actually in our own hands.
After hearing Tombaugh's story, do you feel like picking up a telescope and looking at the stars?
The starry sky isn't out of reach. It belongs to anyone who dares to look up and is willing to pursue it. Clyde Tombaugh's story is the most genuine proof of that. This ordinary boy from a rural farm, driven by his passion and perseverance for astronomy, using a homemade telescope and just his eyes, spent countless silent nights and finally discovered the distant Pluto, rewriting humanity's understanding of the solar system. Tombaugh's achievement teaches us that changing the world doesn't require extraordinary talent, but persistent effort and passion. Every careful comparison of photographic plates, every meticulous note he made, was his dedicated pursuit of a dream. This persistence is not only the foundation of scientific discovery, but also the key to success in any field.
If you enjoyed today's story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment sharing your own starry dreams.
See you next time. Let's continue exploring the mysteries of the universe and find your own star.